So we got some 100% reception streaks going into this game versus the Brownies. And to be honest, I don't know how Jamar Chase doesn't have 6 receptions, at least 6 plus receptions every single week of the season, period. Because, he's an absolute animal. But the last 7 games in a row, he's had 6 plus receptions every single game. So, Tennessee had 9. Dallas, he had 14, but he had 18 targets and 14 receptions. 6 against Pittsburgh, 7 against the Chargers, 11 against Baltimore, 7 versus the Raiders, 9 versus Philly, and last time we played Cleveland, he had 5. So that was where the streak, started, was against Philly. So this is, his streak is kind of in the air right now, because this is going to be one of those games where, again, Cleveland always has our number. They're usually able to shut down a lot of the stuff we do. They have a great defense, don't get me wrong. And whenever we play them, we always play down to them no matter what the situation is. Again, they're a great team. I'm not taking that away from them. But it's always that situation where it's like, when we play Cleveland, that's the game where Jamar Chase or whatever on our offense is just not going to click. We could have everything working out perfect. We play Cleveland and the AFC North battle, really, honestly. Baltimore, but again, Cleveland's the worst. Like, I feel like we played Pittsburgh better. We played Baltimore better. But when we play Cleveland, it's always like, yeah, this is going to be a struggle bus. Which is weird, too, because the teams that he did not hit over the number for was the Brownies game, the Giants game, the Carolina Panthers game, and then KC's game, which is so weird. Like, KC and Cleveland make sense. Again, they are good teams in the end. But the Giants, I guess, the Giants do have a good defense, but that still was such a bad game for us, as the Ravens just put up like 50 on the Giants. Carolina game, again, one of those situations. He did have a touchdown in there, but yeah, no, it was just not the greatest. I'll be honest with you, not the greatest. But going down this list here, Trey McBride, he's another guy who's been really killing it with receptions. And I kind of forgot about him. Heard his name recently. I'm like, oh, what is Trey McBride doing? 9 receptions, 7, 12, 12. Like, he is getting that ball left, right, and center over and over and over again. Which, again, is kind of crazy. Also, some running backs on this list as well. We got Aaron Jones, Devon Achane popping up. James Conner popping up on this list. But across the board, Kahir Shakir is the guy. 8 for the last 7. 8 for the last 8 games. 7 for the last 7 games. So we need to get Jamar Chase the ball today, which obviously is always the game plan. But we need to keep this going, man. The fact that we had 49 consecutive games where Joe Burrow got sacked 1+ time. We need positive records, okay? We need positive streaks. These negative streaks need to end very quickly. We can't go into, the end of the season off. The only thing I want to do with end the season off is obviously make the playoffs, go win the Super Bowl. But at least if we're going to end the season off with something, let's end it off with a positive streak, not a negative streak. And let's just keep these rocking and rolling. Jamar Chase, let's have ourselves a fantastic game today. Guys, it will be live around 1 o'clock for the game today. We're going to get crazy. We're going to get wild. It's Brownies Bengals football. And keep in mind, we're still alive. All we need to make the playoffs, okay? The Colts and Dolphins need to lose one of their next 3 games. If they both lose today, it's GG. Like, that stipulation's over with. We also need the Broncos to lose to us and lose to the Kansas City Chiefs, which I know a lot of people in the comment section are saying how, the Broncos are going to win that game versus the Chiefs in Week 18. There's a chance that they don't play Patrick Mahomes because they already have the number 1 seed locked up. But you have to keep in mind, first off, it is Carson Palmer, who is not Carson Palmer, Lordy. Carson Wentz, who is their quarterback, right? Carson Wentz is not awful. He's not. And Carson Wentz is going to go into that game wanting to win. Okay, he's going to want to win that game. Even if it's not Patrick Mahomes, he's still going to want to win. You also got a Chiefs squad that loves nothing more than taking the Broncos out of the playoffs. They hate the Broncos. You might think they hate us. They hate the Broncos way more than they hate us. There's a longer rivalry between the Chiefs and Broncos and the Bengals and Chiefs. And also, they got Andy Reid. And Andy Reid's one of the best coordinators in the NFL, if not the best. So he's going to scheme up a really good plan for Carson Wentz, no matter what. They still have a team that is capable, even with backups, to beat the Denver Broncos and send Cincinnati to the playoffs. And in all honesty, based on what we have seen so far this year from Denver, they are right now defensively a better team than us. So if you're thinking about it, what would you rather have? The defense that looks like from cheaper by the dozen, meaning our defense, in the playoffs if you're Patrick Mahomes, or would you rather have the Denver Broncos, who has Nick Bonito and he's an absolute animal? So I probably would say you'd probably rather have us in the playoffs because we're in a situation where our team is not the greatest this year. But definitely tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.